Hey Collective and Soul Tribe, happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, March 17th, okay? It is St. Patty's Day. I know not everybody celebrates holidays, but it's just an FYI, it is St. Patty's Day. So when it comes to like luck, that kind of stuff, I was talking about this, a couple days ago before this date came up, right? So angel number 911 is showing up on the time right now because it's 9:11 a.m. So that could be very significant, but there is something about that angel number that's very significant. When I see that angel number, it talks about, you know, something that's inevitable. So inevitability is significant. Even when it comes to my angel number deck, I usually see that card that comes out, and I will be using that deck for another reading. So I'm very curious to see if it will show up in the messages for today. But yeah, I have here the Psychic Tarot for the Heart messages. So this is a deck that I normally use in my messages. If you guys are new to the channel, welcome to the channel. Anyone who's been here following me, you guys know, what's up, right? But let's get started and see what you guys might need to know, okay, when it comes to March 17th, right? So Spirit, what messages do you have for the collective at this time? Always protect and guide the collective whenever they see these messages, whenever they get this message. Okay, what do they need to know at this time, please? And thank you. What do they need to know when it comes to matters of the heart? Is this collectively or individually? Who does this message resonate with for March 17th at this time, please? Thank you. Crown chakra, okay? Crown chakra energy. For some of you guys, when it comes to inner knowing, your spirituality, okay? Some of you guys can go through a lot of reflection so that you guys can receive clarity. There's something about you awakening your spiritual gifts as well, okay? Now, not everybody will resonate with this, but there is something about trusting, right? The divine timing, or trusting in, what is happening right now. Even if it looks like how it looks the way that it does, a lot of things that look a certain way can be very deceiving. Now, this could be in your personal life, this could be around the world, this could be anything, right? But when it comes to the number 7, now, if you want to look at it as 7th house, there's also talking about, close and personal partnerships. This could be romantic, business, etc. But even when it comes to equality and justice, there's something about you receiving justice or trusting in, going with the divine flow, okay? Even if you may feel like you have no idea why you're being divinely guided to go with the flow. Some of you guys want to be in control of the situation. For some of you guys that do take control of the situation, you may notice that there are hiccups or there are things that do arise, when you try to go out of your way and be in control of what divine is trying to orchestrate for you. That could be very significant too. It's like basically not getting the green light to do something, and then you go and do it, and then, say it doesn't work out the way it's supposed to. Now you're wondering, well, damn the divine, why is the divine doing this to me? That is also confirmation too for somebody that when it comes to trusting, even if you don't want to trust it, even if you feel like, it may be a sham or whatever the case is, Spirit is saying to still trust it. Trust your inner knowing. Okay, so there's something about somebody going within. You could be someone also who's a seeker, or you're a visionary, right? You could be someone who's also an analyst as well. But this talks about spirituality, wisdom, and introspection. So the color indigo and also deep blue could be very significant, but there's something about that energy. Okay, yeah, something about you healing, right? Either you are healing when it comes to your situation, or there's something about you being a healer. With the number 17, it talks about manifestation through your faith, right? So whatever it is that you're manifesting when it comes to inner knowing, like I said, having faith, right? This is about being a dream weaver, okay? Orchestrating things together, a co-creator. This is about spiritual leadership for some of you. Some of you guys are guided to do or be in spiritual leadership. Now, spiritual leadership doesn't have to be the church, right? You could be somebody who just shows up in people's lives and, you speak a couple, facts or knowledge on what you know and what you've learned, whether this is by yourself or from other people, but you do show up as this energy as somebody who you can manifest through faith. And because you are somebody who manifests through faith, there's something about your beliefs when it comes to partnership with the universe. It's like, you're partnered with the universe. Some of you know this. Some of you guys are getting to know this, right? But knowing that you have faith that the action that you're taking right now, it is in alignment, that is you stepping into your power, right? Because 1 and 7 equals 8. So you stepping into your power when it comes to like leadership and success, it's causing some type of cause and effect, okay, for some people. Now, yeah, flow, like I said, going with the flow, okay, with the number 10, this is about wholeness. Some of you know that you guys are breaking chains, you guys are releasing chains, you guys are even healing certain generational traumas, right? Whether this is your family, within yourself, okay, like a collective of people, whatever this energy is, you are showing up as someone who just goes with the divine flow, or you realize that when you flow with the divine, you feel more at whole, you feel more at peace with yourself. So yeah, there's something about alignment, right? Like there's something about alignment, body, mind, spirit, purpose unfolding. Okay, this is about receiving enlightenment about your path, right? Yeah, base chakra, root chakra, what you have. Okay, you have a new beginning. You are the new beginning. Okay, and as much as you may not want to see it maybe for what it is, for some of you guys, you have the tools for you to move forward, whatever this is, whether this is a new job, a new living situation, a new career, whatever, right? You have what it takes to move forward. You are somebody who can start, new beginnings. You're the initiator, you're the self-starter. For some of you guys, you are pioneers as well, right? For some of you guys too, you guys could be observing what it is that you guys are dealing with too when it comes to like you going with the flow. So you going with the flow and you being this I have energy, you guys are observing what's happening as well. So even though you may not be saying a lot, you see a lot, okay? There's something about visions that could be very significant when it comes to also your creativity, okay? 1 + 2 = 3. Now, having harmony through growth when it comes to, learning patience is very significant. Some of you guys, when it comes to seeking, like I said, third eye energy, birds, okay? Messages, right? When it comes to you seeking, like I said with the number 7, you are the seeker, right? You're always looking for truth. You're always going within. You're always looking for, the answers to certain things. So it's almost like, how some people get really restless, when they research certain things. You're not like that. For some of you guys, it's like you will go into a rabbit hole and find things that you're not supposed to find. But for some reason, you're the one that finds it. You know what I mean? Like, there's a small group of us that you may go online, you may Google something, and you're wondering, like, how did I get here? That is also significant, too. So you are the seeker. There's something about you completing a cycle, right? This is about endings leading to transformations. This is also about healing other people when it comes to empathy, teaching people empathy and release, right? Letting go so that you can ascend to basically a higher timeline. Even when it comes to crown energy, the number 9 talks about the color violet and lavender. So there's something about your crown energy where you guys are activating certain things, right? Solar plexus chakra, right? This talks about I can. So like I said, with the number 12, 1 and 2 = 3. Again, 3 is showing up here. This is confirmation. Some of you guys are in this energy of I can, meaning like I can heal with the 17. I can move with flow. I can move forward. So there's something about maybe you may have felt stuck, but then even though this was maybe mentally, like even in the physical, like you weren't stuck, it could have been mentally. Everybody may feel prisoned in certain situations depending on how it affects them differently. So we can't judge, right? Some people it's mentally, some people it's physically, like literally feeling physically stuck. And for some people, it just depends on the situation and how it, makes you feel. So when it comes to you speaking about what you can do, Okay, mantras, affirmations, that kind of stuff is very significant. Okay, the color yellow and gold is also significant. Some of you guys are wanting maybe to wear certain colors to help activate certain chakras, okay, to balance out certain chakras, okay. For some of you guys, there's something about your self-expression. Now, this could be through your art, this could be through your voice, this could be anything, this could be storytelling, this could be anything. Communication is significant though. So yeah, for some of you guys, if you felt helpless and hopeless, like I said, with the number 8, your power, there's something about you moving forward, going through these obstacles, these challenges, right? Regardless of how you may feel, regardless of how things may look like, right? So even if you may have felt like this energy, whether this was in the past, whether this was recently, okay, whether this is today, right? There's something about you stepping into your power and, not being, uncomfortable about that. So even if you may feel like people may not support what it is that you do, or maybe they don't support what it is that you execute when it comes to business, right? Or how you show up for yourself, regardless of how you may feel, you're still showing up for yourself no matter what. You're still going through these mountains, you're climbing these obstacles, you're being determined. So even if you feel like you're helpless and hopeless in a situation, the universe is saying, no, you can move forward. Don't feel helpless. Don't feel hopeless. Know that regardless of what you have, you still have magic in you. And I think that is also the case. A lot of people have lost magic. They lost, their inner child when it comes to seeing the magic in life. Yeah, right now things can be chaotic. There's a lot of crap going around the world. But when you take yourself out of that situation and kind of zoom out and look at your own personal life, yeah, even if there's a lot of crap going around the world and there's nothing that we may be able to do financially, spiritually, there's a lot that we can still do. We can pray, we can manifest. The whole idea is coming together as a collective, right? So, and it's not even just about coming together as a collective to just build. It's about coming together and, building and coming together with our frequency, our energy when it comes to being positive or being supportive of other people and what they have going on. Even if you don't understand what they're dealing with, being supportive, because again, we do not know what happens behind closed doors. Somebody may look a certain way, okay, they may look a certain way, but we do not know. Somebody could dress like this and be the richest person in the world, okay? And somebody could dress, like this too and be the poorest person in the world. You know what I mean, guys? But your physical identity is not really what matters. A lot of people in society, so in societal norms, they want you to believe that what you look like is important, but in spirituality is how you treat people. Okay, it's how you treat people. It's how you, see the world, how you view the world. Yeah, manifest. Like I said, there's something about manifestations, manifesting, the number 1. Okay, take what resonates with that. That's confirmation. Okay, the color red and blue is very significant. And also when it comes to anime, a lot of you may not know this. Some of you do. Like if you guys watch a lot of anime and you've noticed a pattern, a lot of times in anime, they use these colors, this red and blue color. Okay, not sure if you guys realize this, but it also gives me the energy of yin-yang energy. Okay, and also frequencies, right? So it's almost like when you see these colors, that could be very significant, right? So there's something about you manifesting. Now, some of you guys, when it comes to you detaching, like I said, you guys could be in detachment right now. Again, doves are very significant. With the number 11, there's something about you following your intuition. So for some of you guys, if you guys have detached from other people because you guys are seeking inner knowledge, inner knowing, okay, inner introspection, there's something about you detaching from the world. It's like you're able to be in the 3D and also go into the 5D, but at the same time, you're also able to detach from both worlds and still be present in this moment. So there's something about either that energy is significant, or there's something about you, if you are in the seeking energy hermit mode, you could be the one that's detached or showing up as detached in someone's energy because you are focusing on what matters to you at this moment. Some people in your energy could feel helpless and hopeless, right? Because like I said, energetically, maybe you guys are in a different frequency at this time. So again, if you're picking up on other people's energies, protect yourself at this time. Blossom is very significant. So some of you guys have detached so that you can blossom, okay, into something new, or you guys are building something that is about to blossom, or you feel like it will blossom. Divine timing and emotional acceptance is very significant. Yeah, someone could feel sad because you've isolated yourself, but the reason why you guys isolated yourself was because you guys are working on something creatively, right? Like there's something about you expressing yourself, right? And like I said, you could be feeling other people's energies. Some of you guys could feel sad and isolated at this time because of what's happening. You know, when you don't have control of what's happening around the world, but you wish you could do more, you can't really beat yourself up about it either. All we can do is come together, speak up, stand up about what we truly believe in, whether this is about the world, our personal lives, whatever the case is. And for people who respect that, you will attract who's about that, right? Those who do not resonate with that, they're going to give you pushback, right? So again, stand your ground, right? Sadness and isolation, we have heart chakra energy. Like I said, some of you guys could have detached, right? So that you could build your own creations, partnering up with the divine, okay? For some of you, you guys know that you are emotionally accepting the fact that you know that you need to be alone. Now, that doesn't mean that, you know, you can't be in a relationship, but there is this energy of those who are spiritual. Maybe you may feel like you can't be with somebody because of your energy or frequency, and that's not true. Okay, you will always meet somebody who is meant for you, whether this is a friendship, love, family, friends, whatever, right? So stability is very significant for some of you guys when it comes to your isolation. You guys are focusing on your stability. You guys are also focusing on, like I said, seeking truth, okay? Inner truth, inner wisdom, okay? So yeah, Spirit is saying just breathe. So for some of you guys, when it comes to seeking truth, there's something about breath work that could be very significant. There's also something about you being relaxed. Like, even though you know what you know and you see what you see, you're still relaxed regardless. Like, you know that change is going to happen regardless if it's today, tomorrow, you know, a week from now, whatever the case is. So there's almost like you guys are in this meditative state where you guys are just breathing. Like, you guys are just going within. You're not letting certain things stress you out because it almost feels like you are aware. Okay, maybe you're too conscious that you know that that's what people want, okay, when it comes to like the energy. But yeah, we have open up, right? So there's something about you opening up. There's something about opening up your gifts too. That could be very significant for somebody as well with stability, with the number 4. But there is something about you opening up. And every time you open up, there's something about whatever truth you seek. It's like you open up new opportunities or you open up certain things. Yeah, darkest fear. There's something about darkest fears when it comes to opening up. So there's something about you could be very good at opening up, but there's something about darkest fears like other people may not have that ability to open up, or there's something about you opening up when it comes to you facing your darkest fear. So moon energy, something to do with you guys being connected to the moon is very significant. Like I said, when it comes to inner knowing, you know, you seeing the dark through the dark, that is significant. Okay, completing cycles as well. So some of you guys could have completed a cycle, yeah, when it comes to you opening up, and also success and growth is very significant, right? For some of you guys, when it comes to facing your darkest fears, this is leading to some type of success, to some type of success or growth for you. And love at the bottom of the deck and joy and stability, okay? But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you guys. Again, thank you guys for the love and the support that you guys have been giving. I appreciate you guys as always. And thank you guys for, you know, showing up for yourselves as well. Like, it's not only about, you know, you guys supporting me, but the fact that you guys show up for yourself daily, whether or not you see progress, you know, you're still showing up. Right, you're still showing up. So, you know, give yourself a little bit of credit when it comes to you guys, you know, waking up every day, rolling out of bed, going to school or work, even if you don't want to. Okay, for some of you guys, as crazy as it may seem, it's like a lot of people don't realize this, but people who have kids, yes, you love your kids dearly, you love your kids a lot, you know, there's unconditional love, but there could be days or moments where you feel like you just want to be alone, you know, like you don't want to deal with certain things. And I kind of feel like I don't like when people comment and say, well, you had kids anyway, and it's like, well, you can't predict that. Like, sometimes people have kids and it is what it is. Like, you can't predict that. Sometimes you're in relationships with people that you think it's going to be forever, and things happen. Some people separate, they change, they move on. Some people, you know, life can take people's life as well. So sickness can happen too. Like, you don't know what people go through. So, you know, it's almost like allow people to live their truth, and it's almost like everything in the dark will come to light regardless. So we're not here to judge. Like, it's not our job to judge, basically, right? But even though we are not the ones that are judging, there's something about, you know, others who judge us and how we do things or how we maneuver or how, you know, we just flow through life, right? You know, sometimes you have a sixth sense, and the universe is telling you to jump on and do something, and you don't have a reason why, you just do it. And some people may look at you crazy and think like, oh, why is this person doing this out of nowhere? And it's like, again, everyone's path is different. Just because someone does something out of the norm for you doesn't mean that it's not their path, right? So there is something about you guys being very understanding when it comes to people's paths, learning that everyone has a different path, not trying to force people to understand you as well based on your path is also significant, and accepting that, okay? But anyway, I'm going to end it here. Please take what resonates with you guys. I will see you guys next time. So follow me on YouTube and TikTok. My website is www.mysteriouslyunique.ca. I post blogs. You guys can book a reading. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you for the support. And yeah, I appreciate you guys. All right. Stay blessed. Stay positive. I know it's hard. I know it's not the greatest time right now to be being positive despite what's happening around us. But I always talk about energy and frequencies. And even if you're sitting in your room crying, like literally for the whole day, and I'm not even trying to be funny, I'm so serious, you literally could be crying like literally all day, all day. But then the moment you switch your energy, your frequency, all of that, it feels different. Like, you can tell the difference when your vibration feels like it needs to release, or when you are absorbing other people's, you know, lower vibrations. That is significant too. So there's something about, like I said, remaining positive, being positive despite what we see and what we know. Just keeping that momentum is significant. All right, guys. But anyways, I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time. All right, guys. Bye.